on the discoveries of Jamaica. So let's get started. My title is Out of Many, One People. So let's go. Does everyone have their passports ready? Great. Now fasten your seatbelts and get ready to go on a 2-hour trip to one of the most beautiful Caribbean islands in the world. Did you guess it? Yes, Jamaica. The One Love, One Heart country is categorized as one of the top 5 places to travel to because once people visit, all their problems and worries get left behind. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the history of Jamaica, culture of the island, and lastly, some special sites to visit when vacationing on the island. Let me start by telling you a background of the history and how the island originated. On May 5th, 1494, Christopher Columbus sailed west to reach the East Indies and discovered a region now called the West Indies, where he landed in Jamaica. Originally, Jamaica was called Jamaica with the X silent, which is named from the Cubans who described it as the land of blessed gold, according to the Jamaican Information Service on the history of Jamaica. As mentioned by the Jamaica Information Service, on May 10th, 1655, Admiral William Penn, alongside General Robert Venables, led a successful attack on Jamaica. This attack would then lead to the Spaniards surrendering to the English and freeing their slaves, which were Jamaicans, and then fleeing off to Cuba. On January 1st, 1808, the Abolition Bill was passed. The trade of African slaves would be declared abolished and unlawful. As a result of the emancipation and apprenticeship came into effect in 1834 and full freedom was granted in 1838. So now that I've covered the history, let's discuss the interesting culture and customs. So according to the Palms Jamaica, reggae music was found in the late 1960s. The name reggae derives from the term reggae, which means ragged clothes. One of the most reggae artists from Jamaica is Bob Marley, which I know all you guys know today because he's a very famous singer and artist in Jamaica and even the United States. Bob Marley was a heavy influence on the sound of reggae. The culture of reggae music comes from the Rastafarian influence, which is a religious movement in Jamaica that many other civilians would coincide with. In today's culture, Jamaica's music scene has now expanded to the genre of dancehall, which is a more pop version of reggae music, mainly supported by the younger generation. Jamaica is known for its vast and tasteful culinary cuisine. Some of the popular foods include jerk chicken, ackee and saltfish, oxtail, and the most famous of them all, Jamaican beef patty. Studies show that the history of Jamaican food derives from the crops that were introduced into the island from Southeast Asia. The educational system in Jamaica is a bit different from the States based on this breakdown on Scholaro. The children of Jamaica go through what is called primary school, which begins in grades 6 through 12. Secondary school is what would follow